So I just finished reading The House in the Cerulean Sea, and the book is an absolute treat. It's a bucket full of pure joy, and it's exactly the kind of book that we need to read right now in the depressing times that we are living in. It is joyful, optimistic, uplifting, and screams to be read. It is a story where a man is given a task to evaluate an orphanage, which is home for children with magical abilities. Now, I'm not going to tell anything more because I don't want to spoil the story for you, but all I'll say is that the children were so absolutely adorable that there is no way you will not love them, and there's no way they will not warm your heart. Now, there were quite a few books which I was reminded of while I was reading this book, and the thought also crossed my mind that what if Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman's Good Omens bloomed into a love story? Now, TJKLUNE is an amazing writer, and what comes across very strongly in his writing is his juxtaposition of the opposites to convey irony. There were so many passages and quotes in this book which I marked, which very effectively used this technique. And there was actually a line in the book which actually I found extremely amusing, which said, "You often say one thing while meaning another, don't you?" And that's something which I saw happening over and over again in the text, in the narrative, all over the book. There are so many ideas and notions which the text pushes, like what is the impact of alienating those who are different from the majority and the masses, and how wrong we can actually be when we label people for how we see them, but when they're actually someone quite different, nothing close to how we imagine them to be, and how we fear what we don't understand, and evil inside can be overcome, and we do not need to alienate people for that. The text makes these jumps from being fun to being utterly philosophical, and that's something which is beautifully handled in this book. There are so many quotes that I have marked in this book, but if I was asked to pick up one, the one I would select will be, "The world is a weird and wonderful place, but that doesn't mean it's not without its teeth, and it will bite you when you least expect it." So that's the kind of wit and humor the book carries throughout. And the cover of this book is gorgeous, guys. I mean, like, I can just buy this book only for this beautiful cover. There's so much that the book talks about. I've already mentioned a few points, but it also does talk about the idea of stepping out of your bubble to make your life more beautiful and meaningful, and how our perceptions are colored by the things that we are taught and how wrong they can be at times. This book reminded me what a pleasure simple, light reading is. The goodness portrayed in this book will fill you up and it will warm your heart, especially in chapter number 13. It was so beautifully written. This book is a huge success. It's been received very well critically. People are raving about it. And there's also quite some fan fiction which is surfacing on the internet, which is quite fun to look at. If you're looking for something nice and cheerful that leaves you happy, and you're tired of reading heavy stuff, then I would definitely suggest to take a look at this book, read a sample on Kindle maybe, and see how you like it. I absolutely loved it and just can't recommend it enough. And that's all for today, guys. Hope you're staying safe. Keep reading, stay healthy. Cheers.